Hi, good morning, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 540, and you'll have to forgive me, but I need glasses to read the comments now, so I'm going to put these glasses on so I can see. Oh, and my computer's here, so let me shut this off. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. Still having trouble reading them. Let's see if I can bring it a little closer. So for those of you that are not aware, on New Year's Eve I had emergency surgery and I've been at home and recovering ever since. I don't know if I can see with more without. This is crazy. Anyway, so there's been no podcast for 2 weeks. So this is our first podcast of the year. I'm gonna have to do something else to read the comments. I think I can see them. Okay, so I think I saw Cherie and Joe and Judy. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Jill. Hi, Jane. Hi, Lily and Gay. Carmen, Pamela. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. Thank you all so much for all the well wishes, Sharon and Diane and Judy and Brenda and Bee and Tammy and Joe. Thanks, Joe. I found these glasses. I found a 3-pack of reading glasses on Amazon, and I posted a link in the video description because I can't believe how hard it is to find cute reading glasses, and I found a 3-pack of gorgeous colors. These are turquoise. One pair is pink and the other pair is purple, and they come in all the different sizes that you could possibly need for what level of magnification you need. I got the really strong one so that it's really great for doing really tiny beadwork and tiny crochet work. And I was hoping that it was going to help me read the comments here. And it's, yeah, Lisa, if you're in the market for cute glasses, they are by far the cutest reading glasses I've been able to find. I've been told to go to the dollar store. I've been told to go to different stores around town, and they're all not cute. And then a friend of mine told me about these, and these are by far the cutest that I've found. Hi, Christine. Yep, it's in the fashion folder, which reminds me, this outfit that I'm wearing today is one of my favorite finds on Amazon recently. You know, I've been doing a lot of resting and recovering from surgery, and especially since I had surgery in my abdomen, I'm very sensitive to waistbands and stuff. Still haven't put on a pair of jeans or any of my normal clothes yet. I'm still wearing elastic pants, but I wanted to find, a put together outfit so that I didn't look like I was wearing sloppy clothes every time I left the house. And I found this velour tracksuit. I know it's, a take on the past, but it's really been modernized and it's not oversized, so I don't feel sloppy in it. So I want to show you some things about it because I've been searching for something like this for so long. So the jacket itself is pretty normal. It's got pocket, zipper, and the hood in the back. But what's really amazing is the pants. Look at it, has the right kind of pockets to not make your hips look huge. It has a really cute drawstring tie in the middle, which is also the velour. But what I thought really modernized these is the fact that it has a cuff at the bottom. Back in the day, I used to wear these with really long wide leg pants, and I feel like they've really modernized this by putting a cuff on them. It shows off your cute sneakers or whatever shoes you're going to wear. And it comes in some really beautiful colors. This is the navy. It came in black, navy, charcoal, baby pink, a dark burgundy, and a beautiful dark green. I definitely want more than one set, but I got the navy to start with. It's $35 for the set, Amazon Prime free shipping, and what else was I gonna say? Oh, and I got the size large, and the pants are not too tight at all on me in a large. So let's see, I'm about 170 pounds right now, and 5'9". So if that helps you at all, very, very comfortable for me in my delicate belly right now. So I just wanted to share that with you because I really feel like I've got a put together outfit on, but I'm still super casual, which you know is not always easy to find. So having said that, those were my two shopping finds that I really wanted to share with all of you because they're about being comfortable and convenient. So cute reading glasses and cute loungewear are right up my alley right now. And I know some of you probably feel the same, so I wanted to share that. It is so soft, Dina. All of you, if I could just share with you how soft it is, my goodness. Honestly, I couldn't love it more if I tried. Anyway, having said that, what was I going to I made a list this morning. I don't know why, but I've been nervous to go live this morning. I don't know why. After 540 episodes, you'd think that it would be no big deal, but I don't know. Having such a big scare in my life, and obviously you see that I really, when something serious happens in my personal life, it's very difficult for me to share that part of my life online, which is why I was very quiet during the recovery period. I tried to share as much as I could with you guys because I know you're all so caring and wanted to know what was going on, but it's still very difficult for me to, to share my life when I'm scared. And so I was really scared for the first week after the surgery because there was some, I had to have a biopsy afterwards. So having to sit and have serious conversations with Marlon about, what could or would happen was very, very difficult for us. And then on top of it, recovery and all that stuff. And I've got 4 more weeks of restrictions for lifting, which obviously is difficult for dyeing yarn, shipping products, but thank goodness Marlon is here and he has really stepped up. So just wanted to give Marlon the acknowledgement that he's really stepped up and helped me so well. He carries the packages to the post office every day. He lifts the bins of dyeing yarn and helps me to rinse them and hang them to dry. So he's really stepped up and been an amazing help for me, as well as some of my friends and other family members, which brings me to the next thing I wanted to tell you about. I've been dyeing a lot of yarn while I've been recovering, and I've got some beautiful colors to show you. Who would like to see some new colors of yarn? Yes, I do have a sweet son, Melissa. Absolutely. He is amazing. Okay, so Be So Fine yarn. We had the new colors were sold out around the end of the year, so I wanted to let you know that Ocean Teal, Sandcastle, and Cafe LA are all back in stock. I know a lot of people were waiting for Ocean Teal to come back in stock, so those are back in stock. And I've dyed big batches of beautiful colors in Be So Sporty Bling, Be So Fine Bling, Be So Sporty, and Be So Soulful. And I have all of it here with me this morning. And yeah, we'll start with did I show you Be So Soulful? I can't remember if we did this before New Year's or not. Anyway, well, we'll start with Soulful. We've got, this is Enchanting Jasmine. We have a little bit of Riverstone left. This one's almost sold out. We have Shale still, and Flaming Foliage, and Fiesta, and I forget what this color is called. It's the gold one, and Mossy Shadow. So these are the colors that we have left in stock, and a lot of those colors are in small quantities now because they're going fast. Now the rest of these I have not been able to show you yet. So here are all the new colors of Be So Sporty yarn. How great does this look? We've got Lioness and Red Maple and Chantilly Lace. We've got Shale and Periwinkle and Gentle Violet, and we've got London Blue Topaz and Denim and Caribbean Turquoise and Raspberry Coulis. These are all the new colors of Be So Sporty yarn that are hand dyed and in stock. There are photos on my website already as well, so you can see all of these there. So we'll go periwinkle, shale, gentle violet, London blue topaz, denim crush, Caribbean turquoise, and raspberry coulis. So beautiful. Oh, and the other three, I didn't catch all of them. Chantilly lace, red maple, and lioness. Beautiful, beautiful colors. If anybody wants to see one untwisted, we can do that too, and the photos are all available for these on my website. The next color that I dyed was, the next yarn that I dyed was Be So Fine Bling. And we've got Be So Fine Bling. This is the Be So Fine with a thread of pure silver plied right into the yarn. So beautiful. This is Deep Blue Sea. And, oh, am I going to forget the names? I'm going to have to look at the names. Give me a second. Whoops, that's not even it. Hold on. Here we go. This is Olive Grove. You can see that there's lots of color variation in there. And then I did say this one correctly. I think this one's Deep Blue Sea. Yeah, Deep Blue Sea. And then we've got Shishugi Ban. I believe this one's called Midnight. These are similar. Shishugi Ban just has a little bit of a light mauvey pink in it, and then the Midnight is definitely predominantly more soft black and silver. Then we have Stormy Morning, which is a light blue and silver. And we have Sunrise 09, which has some peach and some golden yellow and silver. And then we have Flaming Foliage and Calming Turquoise, which has some darker tones mixed in with the lighter turquoise. And then we have Fiesta, which has purple, a lavender, a violet and lavender and raspberry. So beautiful. All right, so those are all the colors of Be So Fine Bling, and these yarns all have photos in the shop as well. And then the brand new just dried this morning, so I'm going to be taking photos later. But I'm showing you yarn that's listed at, hold on a second. I'm going to show you these yarns that are listed in the shop now, but with no photos, so you can have first access to these brand new colors of Be So Sporty Bling. We have Velvet Queen Sunflower, which I found this flower. I was looking for colors, looking for flowers to inspire me for new colors of yarn, and I found this deep red sunflower called Velvet Queen. I was like, I just love that name, let alone the color. So this is a new color of Be So Sporty Bling. It has some deeper brown tones and then the beautiful deep red, and it's called Velvet Queen Sunflower. And again, you can order these now without photos, and later today they will be listed with photos. Then the next color is Hibiscus, which has a golden yellow and some light orange and coral tones at the mixed in. This reminds me of my favorite hibiscus, which is a yellow hibiscus that has an orange center. So that one's called Hibiscus. And then we have Deep Blue Sea. This has multiple blues all hand massaged together to give us this gorgeous swirling effect of different shades of blue. It's called Deep Blue Sea. And this is Be So Sporty Bling, so it has it's the Be So Sporty base with a thread of pure silver plied in. This is Calming Turquoise, which, like some of the other yarns I was describing in the past, that Calming Turquoise is different from Caribbean Turquoise because it's really more inspired by the turquoise stone itself that has those threads of a darker color running through it. So it's predominantly the light turquoise, but it has some darker, like denim blue mixed in as well. I think that's a really pretty combination for a variegated yarn. All right, then we have, oh, this one I called Paradise Palm. It's definitely, you know, lots of greens hand massaged together with this pop of a bright chartreuse in it. So we've got like a sagey olive green, and we've got a darker forest green, and then a pop of chartreuse green, which I just think blends so beautifully with the other greens. And just like with palm trees, you have all of those different colors represented as well. So it's called Paradise Palm. Which reminds me, one of my favorite things to do, like when I'm just, you know, putting, you ever put video, you know, when you put videos on auto play on YouTube, I like to watch videos of people basket weaving with palm trees, and it's just amazing to watch. And then when they do that, you can see all those color variations really well in those videos too, or in those finished products. This is Shale, which is a soft black that has lots of variations of gray running through it. And then we have Moonbeam, which has some really pale purple and pink with some silver, and then with the silver thread applied into the yarn as well. And Fiesta, I love this color so much. This is the violet and the raspberry, and some like a darker lavender purple in there too. So pinks and purples, so pretty together. Look at that variation and how when you hand massage the colors together, they blend so beautifully. All right, and one more, we have Cotton Candy. So I've got this really light pink. I just think it's so pretty. It's blowing out in the light, isn't it? It is a barely there blush pink, and very much like the name says, like fluffy cotton candy. And I really think it shows off the silver thread in it as well. Very pretty. So those are the new colors of Be So Sporty Bling, and you can shop for them now, and without photos, which means you can get some of colors before they sell out, and they will be listed with photos later today. So, hi there, Tracy from UK. Thanks, Melissa. I think they're all really pretty too. And the next thing I wanted to mention, I know I'm like going down this list here, but there's so much to share with you that I haven't been able to share with you in a while. So, yeah, that's the next thing on the list, Cherie. Week 12 is the next update for 52 Crochet Gifts. And as soon as I finish doing the podcast, I will be sending out the update for anybody who has pre-ordered the ebook, and then I'll be listing the patterns in my shop individually right after that. So yes, it will be today. Definitely. Yep. Thank goodness I've had everything so organized that we did not skip a beat. Even with surgery, every week of the updates has gone out on time. So very happy about that. Does anybody have any other questions before we move forward? Can't decide if I can see better with or without these. Oh, with. You're welcome, Cherie. I think someone asked about something back here. Oh, one of the patterns that's coming out this week is this one. This is the Lucinda. This is the Lucinda Scarf, and it is done in one ball of Be So Fine Bling, and it is like a zigzag shape. See how it looks like a zigzag shape? It's a mesh with a zigzag shape to it. So it's like a lightning bolt shape to it. So the scarf has a lightning bolt shape to it, and then we come around, and once we do the rows of it, which is a simple mesh, so you're making this lightning bolt shape in simple mesh, so it's really easier to do than you'd think. And then we put this beautiful border on it, which is a little different, but you can certainly get the hang of it. And so the border's really pretty. And what's cool is that once you block it, it rolls on itself. So it ends up just looking like a ruffled scarf. Isn't that cute? And with the bling yarn, I just think it looks so dressy. You could wear this anywhere, anytime, from day to night, and it's just got that ruffly look to it. You could even tie it and make it more of a cowl, but I just love that ruffly look to it because of all of those shapes on the drapey yarn. Isn't that great? So this is called the Lucinda. It will be part of the week 12 update that's going out later today, and it will be available as a single pattern for anybody who does not want the entire book. And it's one ball of Be So Fine bling yarn. Yes, it drapes, the drape's amazing. Yes, I agree. And fun to make too. Yeah, it'd be great for a teacher gift, Cindy. I agree. Yeah, so you don't have the pattern right now, but by the end of today, one way or the other, you'll have the pattern. Thanks, Christine. It is fun to make, Joe. You will enjoy making it, I promise. And there'll be a video too. I would be getting back to the video schedule here pretty soon as well. So there'll be new tutorial videos coming soon. I took a break I couldn't take a break from the whole business while I was recovering from surgery. So I had to pick and choose what was going to happen. And obviously shipping and yarn is how I pay my bills. So that had to keep going. So I had to cut something else to take some time off. So I cut out video. So, took a break from making videos for the last 2 weeks, but I will be going back in now. Thank you, Cherie. That's so wonderful. Thank you. Thanks, Kranjit. Thanks, Barbara. It's a brand new pattern that will be part of the week 12 update if you have pre-ordered the 52 Crochet Gifts book later today, or it'll be available as a single pattern later today. So however you like to get your patterns, you know, whether you're doing one way or the other, it will be available later today, and it's called the Lucinda. Thanks, Kranjit. Yeah, I think you're really going to love making the scarf. And look, it looks great as a cowl too. It's long enough that you can wrap it twice and tie it a little bit. If you didn't want to tie it, you could also use one of those little clippy things that we use sometimes, or you could use a shawl pin. There's lots of ways that you could secure this, but just the two ends, I just thought it was easy to just boom, boom, tie it up and I'm done. Might even work as a headscarf. I love a drapey cowl. I saw something about someone had surgery on their hands, but it went too fast. I'm sorry. If you want me to read the comment longer, you could always leave the comment when the podcast goes to the recorded video. Oh, looking forward to crochet now. That's wonderful. So you've had to wait. Thanks, Anne. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate it. I know we had to take 2 weeks off, so you know you run the risk of people not coming back. So I appreciate everybody coming back after my 2-week break. Appreciate it very much, and thank you for all the well wishes that I've been receiving, and thank you for all the support of continuing to buy my products and buy my yarn and my books and my patterns. I appreciate it very much. That's how I keep a roof over my head. That is the way my business works. So I appreciate the support very much. You know, as you know, I don't have another job, so this is the only way that I make income to support my little family. So thank you for your continued support. It means a lot to me. Which reminds me, I have not published the post about this yet, but I will be publishing it later today or tomorrow, or Monday, or somewhere in the very near future. But you know that I have a charity, right? I have a charity called Project Kristin Cares, and I've had it for several years now, probably 4 years now, and I've always been donating a portion of my sales to help victims and survivors of domestic violence. It's, being a survivor of domestic violence myself, I find it's very therapeutic to help others, and I feel like having a business is an amazing platform to be able to donate a portion of my sales to help people. What I have always dreamed of being able to do is do a charity program along the lines of the Tom shoes or the Bomba socks, where they do a buy one, give one. I've always wanted to be able to have customers know that for every item they purchase, something is donated through the charity. And so it didn't really make sense with a craft business, buy a ball of yarn, give a ball of yarn. Not everybody crafts in women's shelters, and I don't know if it's always the most important thing. I mean, it's something that would be great down the line, but I was really trying to think of what could I really give to a shelter to do that one-for-one program, but something that would really make a difference in their lives. And it finally came to me after 4 years. So the new buy one, give one program for the charity is that for every product you buy from me, whether it is a book, thank you for the super chat, Melissa, that's so sweet of you. So whether it is a book, a PDF pattern, yarn, an ebook, a bag of beads, a bag in itself, a bottle of Wrapture, whatever you buy from me, for every single item sold, I am going to be donating that exact number of Wrapture pods to a shelter every single month. And there's so many reasons why this is amazing, right? Number one, you're helping just by supporting my brand. I love that. I love that indirect way that you can help others. And I feel like donating tons of pods of Wrapture is so important for women in shelters for a number of reasons. First of all, from what I've discovered in my experience with working with shelters, is that laundry facilities are often lacking in shelters to begin with. Okay, number one problem. Number two, women are often with babies and small children and maybe need special cleaning solutions, right? Well, Wrapture, I'll show you a bottle. I don't have a pod with me right now, but Wrapture is an all-natural, non-toxic formula that's safe enough for even newborn babies. I don't know if you knew that. Safe enough for pets or newborn babies. Here's the other size bottle too. So there's number two reason why Wrapture is great for women in shelters. Number three, women in shelters don't often stay there for very long, but they're in a transient state when they leave, right? So they could be going from a shelter to sleeping on someone's couch. You don't move from your home to a shelter to a perfect apartment overnight, right? Sometimes it takes some transient moving around and having to rely on others. And so there's another reason why, you could, in a pinch, you could wash your clothes in a sink in a public bathroom with Wrapture because you can hand wash it in a sink. So it's portable. And then it brings me to the next point. It doesn't need to be rinsed out, so it takes less water as well. So if you're relying on the convenience of strangers or people in general, it's quick, it's portable, it doesn't take a whole lot of water, and it's non-toxic and safe enough for anybody to use. And the pods that I'll be donating are small and you can put it in your purse. So I think for all of those reasons, it's an amazing item to donate. And again, it's buy one, give one for every single, if you order 20 items from me, I'm going to donate 20 pods of Wrapture. For every single item sold, I will be donating a pod of Wrapture at the end of the month. I'm so excited about this program. I have been dreaming of being able to do a one-for-one program for many years, and I'm so excited that I'm going to be able to do this now. And thanks to all of you for supporting my brand, because it is with you that we can do this together, and I'm so very excited about that. So thank you all, and feel good about yourselves for doing it too, because when you support a brand that gives back, you are helping as well without having to do anything extra. Just know that you are helping other people. Obviously I said the reason why I started the charity was, or why I chose domestic violence for the charity, was because I am a survivor of domestic violence. But why I started the charity was for a couple of reasons. One, I found it to be very therapeutic for my healing process to help other people. And the other part is that, lots of issues cause people to feel isolated, but one of the core roots of domestic violence and violence in domestic violence specifically is that it starts with isolation. And during that process of becoming isolated by your abuser is that you start to feel like you're all alone and that you're the only one going through this. And I know for me, I remember so many times feeling like my big, fat, dirty secret was the only one in the world. And so anytime I can be public and vocal about domestic violence, I'm hoping that I'm reaching at least one person who needs to hear that. You're not alone, and you're not the only person that's had to go through this. That is the most important thing for me to share with people, because we're all strong in our own ways, and we can survive lots and lots of things, right? We're adaptable, we're strong, we're stronger than we think we are, right? As human beings, as women, but it's not always just women. So as human beings, we're stronger than we realize we are. So the most important thing to learn is that you're not alone, and it's not just you. And I feel like that gives you hope and gives you a little encouragement to step up and be a little stronger. So that is the main reason why I started the charity in the first place. So now we can make things a little bit easier for women when at least I have access to domestic violence survivors through the shelters. But then from there, they can go on and live better lives afterwards. And I did, when I was working on this program over the last couple of weeks and, finalizing the details and stuff and putting it all together, it reminded me of when Marlon was a baby and when my ex-husband was acting up and causing me a lot of trouble. I do remember when I would have to wash clothes in sinks, and I even washed clothes in the bathtub occasionally. And I was remembering that there was times when I had to do that with powder detergent, not even liquid detergent, and how incredibly hard that was to do, or inconvenient it was to do, which reminded me how much I would have enjoyed having Wrapture instead at that time, to be able to wash things quickly, easy to dissolve in the water, and to smell so beautiful and be natural and non-toxic and not need to be rinsed out. I mean, that would have been so much easier and taken me less time with a baby. In fact, I remember doing that when I was pregnant too. When I was pregnant, I remember having to lean over the bathtub and my belly in the way, and how hard it was to dissolve powdered detergent in the bathtub. Just pain in the rear. Anyway, which makes me so incredibly happy to be doing this and to be doing a one-for-one program with Wrapture in, women's shelters. For every single product that's sold, a pod of Wrapture will get donated. So awesome. Anyway, does anybody have any questions? How long did I live in Israel? About 3.5 years. And I think it was fun for about 3 months. I mean, my marriage anyway. other parts were okay. Thanks, Cherie. Yeah, I'm super excited about it. And there'll be more information as we go on. Thanks, Pamela. Yeah, I'm glad I got out too. It was not easy to get out of Israel with a small baby boy. It was not easy, but we did it, and we're here and we're safe, and thank God. And it's been, well, wow, it'll be 16 years in March that we've been back. That's crazy. Yeah, it'll be March 4th will be the 16th anniversary of being on U.S. soil. That's a big deal. Thank you, Joe. Yes, Pamela, it was very scary time in my life, for sure. Item behind me to my right, this one. Wow, I know the name of it, but oh, it's called the Ellie. It's called the Ellie. It's a drawstring cowl that you can wear as a capelet or a cowl. It is a single PDF pattern in my pattern shop, and it is also one of the patterns included in my newest book, 52 Crochet Gifts. So you can get it either way. And if you've already pre-ordered the book, you already have it. The one next to that, almost white. This is an unreleased pattern that will be coming soon. It is actually in Be So Sporty Bling, colorway Moonbeam, and it will be a top-down lace pullover. Thanks, Pamela. Marilyn is a sweetheart. Thanks, Lily. You know, about, let's see, how many years ago was that? So it's been 16 years that we've been back from Israel. About 7 years ago, I had one of the only relationships that I've ever been in since getting divorced. And I was with that guy for a couple of years and in the public eye at that time. So that was really a whole different experience. And that was also domestic violence and very abusive. And that was a whole different dynamic of trying to hide things from Marlon and try to hide things from social media and try to hide things professionally. That was a whole different component to domestic violence for me, and also very difficult to leave. And it was after that relationship that I started the charity, actually. That one was, yeah, so, and talk about another dirty secret, having to openly admit that you not only made one mistake, but you turned around and made the same mistake again. There were lots of reasons to be ashamed of myself and to be afraid of other people's judgment because I landed myself in another domestic violence situation with a different man. That was incredibly difficult too. And it was because that one involved police and courts and eventually jail time for him. I was offered abuse counseling through the court system. I think through the court system. I don't know. Anyway, that's where I started getting a lot of great counseling and healing, and that's when I came up with the idea of the charity to help give back. Oh, Karen, it's so hard, right? It's so hard to share the ugly side of life, and I know we're going long today, but it's kind of important sometimes when you start talking about stuff like this, because what I've realized over the years is that everybody's got dirty secrets, right? Everybody's got something that they're ashamed of on the inside, and especially with social media being so prevalent in our lives right now, currently, it have been for a while now, years, we see this glimpse into people's lives that looks perfect, but I'm telling you, nobody's life is perfect, and everybody has pain of some kind. And honestly, I'm going to go off on a tangent here, but even when people act poorly towards you or judge you, when people act badly, it's because, hurt people, right? And I think that's the beginning of learning how to forgive people, is that understanding that it's not about you. It's about them. The hardest part for me with forgiving people is learning those boundaries so that you could forgive them but not accept the same behavior. That was hard. It's easy when someone's died or gone. You can forgive them if it's not still going on, but it's when people are still around, that's the really hard time to forgive, because then you have to still deal with them and deal with the same behavior if they're not willing to change. That's so much harder. But anyway, does anybody have any other questions? We can talk about this another day too. Oh, I know, it can be a parent too. Yes, Pamela, that's so, it gets so hard to learn how to forgive people. You know, when my dad passed, I made a conscious effort to try as hard as I could to forgive him of things from his past before he died, because I didn't want to live with the guilt of not doing it before he passed. And, you know, it was horrible watching him die slowly and painfully, but it also gave me the time I needed to be able to do that. And I guess that is one silver lining. Oh, Lucy, I can't read your comment. If it's important to you, please repeat it in the recorded version of the podcast. Yes, Melissa, it is so hard to forgive abusive parents. I totally agree. You know, especially if they can still do it. When parents get old and feeble or sick and they can't abuse you the same, I find that that's a little easier to forgive. When the behavior can't continue, or if someone passes, I find it to be easier. But when someone's not willing to change and continues with their behavior, that's the hardest time. That is definitely the hardest part. So I definitely understand, Melissa. Pamela went with no contact with her dad. Yep, sometimes that's the right choice too. And every choice is different, and I feel like nothing has to last forever. Maybe you go no contact for a few years and then you try a different approach. I've done that with people before too. I've done no contact for a period of time, and then something else comes. Life changes, your view on things change, or you come up with another idea for setting different boundaries. Whatever it is that you feel like you have a different approach, nothing's set in stone. If you ever want to end that no contact and try a different approach, you can do that too. Nothing's permanent, right? Except death. Wait and see if there's any other comments. I enjoy hearing from you guys so much. Yeah, boundaries are hard too, and Kimberly said boundaries are hard to set and keep, and it's hard to not let bitterness grow inside you. All true. Yeah, lots of other people are opening up about being survivors of domestic violence. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Pamela. Hope he's getting better. Trying to focus on comments if I can. That's good, Kimberly. All you can do is try. Dorothy was feeling alone. Yay. Well, not yay that you were feeling alone, but she's saying that my message today helped her. She said thank you. That's wonderful. That's what that was the whole point of sharing today, because I know that on any given moment when you share about not being alone, remind people that they're not alone, you're helping at least one person who needed to hear it at that moment. We all feel isolated, especially with social media. I know I started talking about it earlier, but it really does. I mean, it's so easy for people to judge, right? And, so easy for people to be harsh in social media. So when you share things, you are always opening yourself up to that, all of those awful feelings. But the flip side of it is that when you open up and can be honest and real about things, you have the ability to help other people who are feeling incredibly isolated because of the world we live in. Everything's social media based. And honestly, how many of us have lost or, have diluted friendships in real life because of the world we live in? People just don't, I don't know. I feel like real life friendships have dwindled and are weakened because of social media as well. I mean, social media is great in lots of ways, and the internet's great in lots of ways, and but there's an underbelly to everything. And also talking about that helps people to put it into perspective, I think, as well, and a reminder to not take it at face value, because it isn't at face value. Thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate your support too. Thank you. All right, well, we're going to have to close this up. I've got to get back to work and send out the week 12 updates and do all sorts of shipping today. So just a recap of what we talked about today, I showed you all sorts of brand new, beautiful hand-dyed colors of many of my yarns, and you can check those out on my website. I mentioned where to find these adorable glasses and my brand new tracksuit. Those links are in the video description. And we talked about my new initiative with the charity, buy one, give one. For every item that you purchase from me, no matter the cost, PDF pattern to a ball of yarn or a book, for every item that you purchase, I am going to be donating a pod of Wrapture for every item, one for one, and doing that every month, sending them to women's shelters. So yay for all of us for working together to do something so wonderful. And thank you all for coming back. Thank you. I know that taking 2 weeks off, I run the risk of people losing interest and moving on to other podcasts, other YouTube channels, other brands, other everything. So thank you so much for your continued support and supporting me when I was off the air. And thank you all for coming back to the podcast. I'm very grateful to have you here. And we will continue to have lots of fun talking about yarn and being creative and talking about charity and being nice and being peaceful in the world too. Why not? Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes with me. I hope you enjoyed the show and tell of all of my brand new yarns and the new pattern coming later today. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Thank you all so much, and I'll have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.